Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to learn how to do the polyfill of promise.race. Okay, so let's take an example and let's see how promise.race is working. So let's take a promise one. Okay, so new promise, resolve and reject, and let's use a set timeout function. Okay, so here I am calling resolve. Let's took the timer is 200 and pass a function promise one. Okay, so let me just copy this one and paste three. Yeah, promise 2 and promise 3. Okay, so 200, 400 and 600, and promise 1, 2 and 3. And like the promise the promise.race took the parameter which promise.any takes. It's an array of promises. Okay, so let's take an array, promise array, and let's pass this one promise 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so if I call this promise.any, okay, so let's see like currently how it is working. Okay, then we will gonna do the polyfill promise array. Okay, let's handle this and the promise.any is also return a promise. So for handling that promise we just need to use this then and catch method. Okay, so let's try to print this response and handle the error case as well. So if I save this file, you can see what we are getting. Sorry, not promise.any, promise.race we are try to implement, right? So promise.race, what we are getting, promise 1 is getting printed. Why promise 1 is getting printed? Because the timer is lesser than the other case, right? So what happen if it isn't rejected? So let's see, let's see in case of rejected whether it is getting printed or not. So it is again printed, so it doesn't matter whether it's a resolved or rejected. Okay, so it only print which promise is getting resolved or rejected first, right? So let's try to implement this one. So let's call if write the function. The name should be polyfill promise.race, right? Let's pass this pass an array. Let's call this function and pass this function promise array. Okay, and this promise race is also returning a promise. So for handling this we also need to do the we also need to use the then and catch method, right? So let's handle error case as well. So inside this what we have to do, we just need to return a new return a promise, right? So I'm returning a promise here and resolve and reject. So let us iterate this promise array so that we can know we can iterate all the promises, right? So for iterating I'm using for each method and took the name as promise and promise dot then resolve this result, otherwise catch. Okay, otherwise just reject this error, right? So what happen if I save this file? So you can see we are getting now the value is promise 1. Okay, so this is just a very easy one. So you can see this is the polyfill of promise race. If you, I hope you like this video. Okay, you get some idea how to do the polyfill of this promises method promise.race. Okay, so if you have any query you can ask me in the comment section. I will try to resolve the query. Okay, and if you like this video, please make sure give a like and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much.